Welcome back to StockSmart Investing. Now we're here today with some renko bars to work on a little bit of a strategy here. We've got Oracle pulled up, so let's see if we can get a zoom in on this. Okay. So our real good signal to get in would have been here or here. Looks like we get another signal here, here, and even here. Okay. Now, if we want to see these signals, all right, now this is a, that's a big bull flag, okay? And, okay. And we can find that bull flag, all right? So we have a scan built for that, and it will work as a watch list, okay? Okay. So as you can see, this breakout 2 is finding it. And it should find that bull flag there, and just about any bull flag anywhere. So let's change our time frame here. And we'll go and look for some of those bull flags. And I'd love to find a scan to find those fake out breakout bull flags. But either way, here's one, here's one, here's one, and here is one, okay? So if we want to find those bull flags on the daily, the 4-hour, okay, and let's just check the weekly as well, okay? So if we get a weekly, you know, weeklies, dailies, and 4 hours, but we should do a weekly, daily, and 4-hour, and then just do a daily and 4-hour, okay? Scan there. Ford was added to the 4-way Arun again. Okay, Ford is popping off. All right, and it looks like LEDS is too. LEDS has been a big runner. Okay, so Oracle is in a bit of a pump and dump cycle right now. We can see that it's being pumped. Okay, so it will be dumped. All right. So this is this Darvis box breakout 2. All right. Now let's go in and see if we can find. Here's our Darvis box breakout. Now let's just make sure that our scan is the same thing. Darvis box breakout 2. Okay, and we'll check the daily here. And there should be some things on this list. And this is what we're looking for. Let's change that to 0.85. And our volume, let's see. I mean, that's not the most relevant thing. Okay. And Darvis box is true and close. All right. Is less than a Darvis box lower band. So that should be what this is. let's see, buy signal is true, and open is less than the Darvis box. All right, so one is looking for an open, the other is looking for a close. Which must be why I named this the breakout 2. Okay, so let's pull up the breakout 1. And I think they did have a difference in... Now, why did I... Oh, okay. This must be the whole lower study. And the Darvis box bull flag. And, yeah, so close is less than the lower band within 1 bars. Okay. So let's add that. And hit apply. See how many of these we can get. Alright. So for our Darvis box breakout here, on whatever it may be, let's take and change it over to Boolean and do up arrow at low and make it a good color. Click OK, hit apply, and let's move that on top of the pump and dump detector. Okay. All right. Now we can see we've got our Darvis bull flag, and it looks like it catches most of them, but as you can see, this one was not caught because one is looking for the open and one is looking for the close. All right, let's go down here on the daily. And this happened on 6/2. Okay. So if we like the way this list works and we want to be alerted about every time that this goes off on the daily, or the, let's say the 4-hour chart, or, you know, whichever one you may decide you like. Okay. And it catches it right here before the moving average crossover. Very good. Get in early. Alright, doesn't look like anything's popping up here on our list for today because it's already happened. It looks like some happened yesterday. So let's come back here and find something else. Alright. And we get this one. And looks like we get a signal here. Darvis breakout on top of the pump and dump. And it catches this one and this one. Very good. So I think we can get rid of the, you know, this bull flag and just say, although this gives a false signal, you know, there's a false signal, and this one doesn't catch it at all. So this one gives you more signals, but this one threw a false signal. So, and that will happen every now and then. But most of these signals are genuinely good if you plan your trade. Meaning, when you get in, you actually plan an exit. A point to take profit when the trade is no longer valid. Should we have started at the beginning right here, you know, we might have considered getting out here or, you know, going short. And we wouldn't consider going long again until, you know, somewhere in here. All right, or we would have gotten our signals here telling us to start watching. We see our little boat here, so we can load our boat. And then we get our buy signal. All right. And then we get our pump and dump signals. And we know that we're getting pushed up, 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 up. And then right here, we kind of get validated out. And that's when we would jump out of that trade. Okay. So plan your exit. You jump out of that trade, you jump back in right here. All right. So make sure you subscribe to get access to these, studies that we make and whatnot. And of course, comment down below. Let's talk about them. I don't see anything popping up on this list either. Okay. So let's go and grab our 4-way Arun list, and only Ford has shown up on that list today. Okay. And it is having some big moves. All right. Now, let's see. Our Ellers, LBR, ADX. And we've got some good stocks here. AHT still moving. All right. Let's go and check out our squeezes and our RSI Ligare. All right. Oh, that one's got a lot on it. Let's go check out our gamma squeeze. And this may have a lot on it, too. Okay, it sure does. So there's plenty there to choose from. And see what shows up here. And not a whole lot of anything. Alright. So we can do market sentiment or, say market, yeah. Let's go with some market sentiment here. Alright, a lot of these lists are looking very similar. Okay. And check out this list. Alright. Looks like Clove, BBBY, Eyes. Yeah, a lot of these, Charge Point. Very good. So these are ones that we can pay closer attention to. Very good. Let's check out Charge Point here. And they got their crossover back on the 17th. It's been bullish ever since. Okay. Looks like Eyes here. Okay, they got their little market maker's kind of keeping it real tight in here, so it's consolidating. But this pump and dump detector is detecting some action. We've got a Darvis upward signal on the 4-hour, so it could continue to go up. Looks like on the daily, though, we're not quite ready to cross over, but it's trying to. As we can see, this, pay attention to this chart. Now look at this chart. All right. This chart, these moving averages have just touched and crossed over, which caused this big pop-up, okay? So NEO has just crossed over, hopefully into, let's just say, bullish territory, or it's going to do this, wavy-wavy until it's time to go back up. It's got to consolidate and collect a block of shares, and as you can see, this block is fairly big. So they're blocking shares together before they take a move. Okay. 70%. 42%. Okay. But we are getting these daily signals. All right. These good signals. And when they go off, we would want to know about them. So you can do the same thing and create your alert. An alert when your scan results change for your watch list. And then you'll be alerted when something new is added. So you'll get an email, and you can go right to it and check it out right then. And since it's, say, a 4-hour or a daily signal, you'll have plenty of time to take action. Okay, and a lot of the stocks that were on our other lists are on this one. Okay. Let's see where we've got money flowing in. All right, Qualcomm, SQ, and BMY on the 4-hour charts have big money coming in, big money entries. Okay. Now, let's see that on the daily. See if anything's got it happening on the daily. The other day it did. And I think we even have yeah, we do. We have a smaller time frame, say a 15-minute money flow entry. And these are ones that are getting big money on a 15-minute interval. Yeah, so this is based on the money flow index. Yeah, we've got money flowing in, and we've got money flowing out. Okay. Now, in the stocks where money is flowing out, of course, we would expect those to be shorts. So if we were looking for something to short sell, and TJX, all right, let's see what happened here. So we've got our fast-moving average crossing over our slow-moving average. That technically does say that it's okay to short that, even though on the next candle was a green doji. You know, it was still showing price was going to go down, and your last, a short, a buy, okay, and now short again. So moving average confirmation, and then you get this confirmation here. So had you taken this trade short, you would have been rewarded for it. Very good. All right. And it looks like your fast-moving average crossed over the fast one, way back here on, say this day. But they dropped the price very quickly, just so people weren't able to short it and scalp it on the way down. As you can see, it all happened, it was a quick movement. There we go. So this one hasn't quite reversed yet either, but money is still flowing out of it. Or we could just say, the death cross and the golden cross, okay? So you'd be scanning for a golden cross and a death cross. So let's see what's on the death cross watch list for today. LEDs, AMC, Apple, Moisey, Wint, Neo, Sens. Oh boy, AHT, Ford, PBR, every single one of them. Wow. Goodness, this shouldn't be called the death cross list. This should be called the meme stock list. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. So the death cross on the daily, these are our reversals. Now, we should be having reversals all over the stock market in the other direction, so keep that in mind as well. It's just that time. It's time to cycle out of the low cycle and go back in to the upward cycle. All right. Given, the shaft trend cycle and HA Colt on this particular stock, that could be over any time now. We're going to get this big upwards movement. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll pay attention to when Heikinashi starts to take over and turn green candles, and then we'll know to start paying attention. All right, so all of these stocks. Big moves. let's see. And looking at trend noise, these are all of the same stocks. A lot of them are all of the same stocks. So they're all having a trend noise as well, and that matters too. Go back and look up my trend noise video, and you can see how important that is. Okay. And we have this alert here, which is scanning for 6 different things in a squeeze and then another particular type of thing. So it may not even find anything. It's very, very possible that it won't and doesn't. So let's just try the 6-way or the 4-way and see what we can find there. There we go. Very good. So there is the 4-way scan, and it finds lots of things. Okay. And we will go with parabolic SAR. And you can also go with your PPS signals. So with your PPS signals and your money flow signals, and maybe even some accumulation and distribution signals, we could really turn this pump and dump detector into something special. Okay, and this is your parabolic SAR, bullish crossover. These are in, bullish for whichever scan that this one is designating, probably daily. Okay. Weekly. All right, so these are weekly. So we know that these are going up on the week. So week is a swing trade. Weekly chart is a swing trade. So we can take swing trades based on these time frames. Looks like ride. Okay. So maybe ride's starting to finish its downwards momentum. We crossed over into a bullish pattern back here, of course, around the 17th, as did many of the other stocks. Of course, in my previous videos, you'll hear me talking about, say, the middle of last year's November is when this also happened, around November 2nd to November, say, 11th. You'll notice the stock market had a big boom, 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 and all of my indicators managed to catch it. Okay. So here we go. Yep, excellent. So we get a touch, kind of a squeeze and then a pop in price. They didn't really cross, but they certainly did, get so tightly squeezed or squozen, and then they exploded. So there we go. PLIN was added to the Kapok Weekly. Excellent. So go check PLIN for a long-term swing trade. All right. So checking out, ride here, we would have really gotten in ride somewhere around this $9.14 level, so we'd be extremely happy with our trade right now. All right, this is why you need to follow the channel and subscribe so you get this information, because I have alerts that just pop up here all day long now, and we're going to continue to perfect that system. So we're going to take those alerts that we're getting, and we're going to work on a GitHub project that uses Python, MongoDB, and let's see, the TD Ameritrade API to place some automated trades for us based on our strategies, okay? So what we're going to do is make sure we have the very best of strategies, like the Darvis Bull Flag strategy, say on the 4-hour daily and weekly, okay? Also the Kapok, okay? We want those strategies. The Golden Cross and the Death Cross strategies, those are very reliable as well. The reason why they're reliable is because everybody uses them, okay? And, the HA Cult and the Shaft Trend Cycle, I have some very, very good studies. The only thing I really, really, really wish we could change in the THINKORSWIM platform, if I had one thing, that I could really, really ask for, it would be to be able to select renko in my aggregation. Okay, so I can use a renko in my scan to know that it should be using a 5-tick renko chart. If there was a way to scan for, I guess, the tick and the range, I do see cumulative tick and some other type of, tick type of indicators out there. But I would really like to be able to scan for that. But I mean, either way, that's not the biggest thing. You can still use your renko chart. And I wonder if you set your alerts up and interesting thoughts there, though. Interesting thoughts. But I know TD Ameritrade may consider it. Oh. There we go. Right. Mineral right. Oh, goodness. Huh. Check out this Aries Capital. Yeah, we can really take advantage of moving average crossovers here. And the thing is that if you don't always have moving averages plotted, then you're not going to know when the crossovers happen and the major levels have been breached. And that's going to hinder your trading. It certainly is. But having too much information on the chart definitely will too. Okay. So we missed our chance to get in here. We don't want to get in at the height of the play. We would have wanted to get in at the crossover. All right, so you'll want to scan for your crossovers, your golden cross and your death cross, and those are going to give you some of your best chances. Looks like this one was just purely a pump and dump hype play. You know, it got pumped way up and then it got shorted, okay? Reached the top and then look at it now. It is starting to doji out though, so it may recover. And this looks very similar too. But you can see if you change over and go to a renko bar, you'll see that your signals are just a little bit different. Now, whereas I'm using these moving averages, you know, and when price gets above your fast moving average, that's an entry signal. Also, a 21 period TEMA is very accurate. Or you could just use a 21 period exponential moving average. That would work too. Oh, I saw that. So let's get rid of our pump and dump and the breakout too. Let's hit apply here. Looks like we get our Darvis box here down in a lower frame. All right, let's get rid of that again. Get rid of that. Hit apply. There we go. So here we can see when our TEMA crosses the 15 SMA, I believe is what that's scanning for. All right. And we can also put the TEMA up on our upper chart. All right. And we want it to be a 21 period though. Your triple exponential moving average all into one line. Okay, and we see when price gets above our TEMA, that's an entry signal, and other signals have also caught it as well. Okay, and it's a sell signal when it drops below. So without having even these to tell you what to do, you can just use your TEMA on the 21, buy the greens and sell the reds, and you'll be in good shape. Very good. Okay. Now it was kind of flat here, so I mean, you still would have made money if you were quick, but you probably would have lost money, or you would have had to reverse your position, and then you would have been able to come out of that trade ahead. There's not necessarily a reason to cut your losses if the trade goes against you. If the trade goes against you, then you can reverse your position if you have a margin account. Okay? So let's say we bought in here, and then boop, boop. Oh, man, what happened? 50 cents later, price went against us, got rejected, and now it's right where you bought in at, maybe. Eek. Okay. So we go over here, and we hit reverse, or better yet, reverse now, no confirmation, and boom. Now, price goes in our favor. And now you're 50, 25, 50, 75, $1, 25. And then people start buying it back, buy it back, buy it back, buy it back. And then the trend continues for the people who stayed in, okay? And then boom, price drops below the TEMA. They buy it back, it pops back up above, and that changes the trend completely. All right, so going by just the TEMA based on a triple exponential moving average, it's a very, very accurate strategy. So we can go in and build that scan for that watch list. Like I say, we can't scan for it on the renko for some reason. But once we build the scan and we transfer it over to a renko chart, it still works. Okay, so that's kind of the walkthrough there to make it happen. All right, very good. But this is what we're looking for. The TEMA 21 to cross the simple moving average 15. All right. And you can put any other simple moving average, or anything else that you want to put up there to scan the TEMA against. You could just scan it against the close. When open or close is greater than TEMA 21, boom, and that would probably give you your watch list. So every time that would happen, you would be able to go in and catch it, and then of course you would want the opposite watch list for every time TEMA crossed below. Yeah. You get it. All right, StockSmart fans. So I'm going to jump off of here. Have a great day. Happy trading. I hope you learned something. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and consider supporting me on Patreon so we can move forward with our automated trading program. This GitHub project that I guess we can say that we found. Very good. All right.